Hello and welcome back to the Advanced Excel class. This is Prisha Jatyani, and in this tutorial, we will explore the advanced pie charts, and those are pie of pie and bar of pie. Pie chart is a graph that displays data in the circle. The circle is divided into different categories which contributes to overall total. Pie chart makes it easy to observe the relationship between all categories. However, if the data for one of the categories is too small, it becomes very difficult to visualize it on a simple pie chart. For example, look at my example sheet right now where I have the attrition reasons given for one of the organization and the number of employees that are leaving due to those reasons are mentioned on the list. I have created a simple pie chart for this, and in this chart, there are categories that fall to less than 10%, and those are about six categories. And this is hardly visible in our pie chart. In such a scenario, our pie of pie and bar of pie come to our rescue. Both these charts are used to show the similar kind of information, only the visual representation of both the charts are different. These charts separate the smaller slices from the main chart and displays them in a secondary pie chart or a secondary bar chart attached to the main pie chart. So let's see what is pie of pie and bar of pie and how does that work. For that, I'm going to first delete this and put it on another sheet. Looking at my database, I'm going to select insert from the ribbon menu, go on to the pie chart. Under the pie chart, you can see that there are three options. The pie chart, simple pie chart, then you have the pie of pie, which is represented by the two circles, and then you have bar of pie, which is represented by a circle and a bar chart. Now I'm going to start with the pie of pie. If I select pie of pie, you will see that Excel has automatically picked up some numbers and just put it randomly into the secondary pie chart. Now it may or may not be the values that I want to show on the secondary pie chart. In such a case, I can customize it as per my need and tell Excel that what I want on the secondary chart. So first what I'll do is I'm going to create my chart or make my chart in a proper design. So I'll select the design which is clearly visible, and then I will select the data labels from the list. Once I add the data labels, now I can also add the category so that I'm clearly able to see what categories it is talking about. Once I've done that, I can now remove the legends from the list. So now it is clearly visible to me. However, you can see that the smaller portions are still showing on the main pie chart. What I need to do is I want to show the smaller portions on the secondary pie chart. So I will go on to the pie chart, right click on that and click on Format Data Series. Once I do that, under the data series window, here you can see three different options. One is the split series by, where I'm going to tell Excel what I want to split by. I want to split it by, let's say, percentage value. I can split it by value as well. However, I'm going to pick up as percentage, and I'm going to say that values less than 10% should automatically fall under the secondary axis. You can see that your chart has now changed and your main chart shows anything that is more than 10% and all less than 10% data is going in your secondary pie chart. The second option that you can see is the pie explosion, which we already know in our simple pie chart. Also, you can do that where you increase the pie explosion and your slices will separate from each other and it will look a little different. The gap width is a very, very important part which you can use in the pie of pie because the gap is between the two pie charts are very, very important part. You can see that because of that gap, the area that is occupied is too much. If you reduce the gap, the pie chart becomes a little bigger in size, and you can also reduce, if you, let's say if you have a dashboard where you have a limited place to show, you can actually reduce the gap between the two pie charts, and that will help you to increase the size of your main and the secondary pie chart. The third option that you can see is the second plot size. The second plot size, as the name suggests, is the secondary pie chart size. So if you want to increase the size of the secondary pie chart as compared to the primary one, you can always do that by selecting from this list or even typing it inside this list in the box that is given you. This will highlight if sometimes you have that the secondary pie chart has to be highlighted. In that case, you will increase the size of the secondary pie chart as compared to the primary pie chart. So that will be one of the reasons why you would do that. This was about how you can format your pie of pie and give the information in the two different pie charts. One is your primary and the secondary. Now we are going to move on to see how to use the bar of pie, and as the name suggests, it is going to take the bar instead of the secondary pie chart. I'm going to paste it in another sheet, going back to the sheet, and this time I will select and create a pie chart, which is the third one, bar of pie. Again, going to change the design. In this design, again, I will have to go and make a little changes like data label, remove the legends and select the data label category. So once I select the category, it shows it in the list. However, there is one problem with the bar chart here. You can see that it is showing outside the data label is showing outside the bar chart. So I'm going to make sure that they show inside the bar chart. In order to do that, I will have to go on to the data labels again. And under the data label, I'll show inside end. So it automatically goes inside. Now the problem here is again the similar one where the pie of pie, where we had to select the data series and which data should come in the secondary axis. Here also we will have to do that. In this case, I will select values and I will say anything that is less than 20 should go under the secondary axis. So what happens is automatically anything that is less than 20 will go here. So in the previous pie of pie, you will see that the suspension goes in the secondary axis, secondary pie chart, which is this. However, if you look at bar of pie, your suspension is still under the main pie chart. Reason being, I have said that anything that is less than 20 should go there, and 20 is not, which is picked up in the secondary bar chart. So this is one way of creating your pie, bar of pie. Now, the difference and the reason for creating a bar of pie and pie of pie is that, of course, because you have a lot of information that you want to show it on the pie chart, which is very, very difficult when you have a smaller data or smaller slices to show there. But when will you show a pie of pie and when will you show a bar of pie? A pie of pie can be shown when you have a pie chart which has smaller data but can be fitted into the another pie chart without overlapping or showing very small slices in the secondary slicer also. A bar of pie will be very, very useful when you have lot of small data that you want to show it on the secondary pie or bar. Why bar? Because bar has more options to show it in one line. So here, even if the data is a little smaller, that should be fine because then it can be shown in the bar. It can be shown with a different color and will be more visible as compared to showing it in the pie chart, because then you're not solving the purpose of creating a secondary pie if you're going to clutter the secondary pie as well. So the main reason for creating the bar of pie is that you're going to declutter your main pie and put it on the smaller bar chart. Again, the pie chart can be very, very useful, a simple pie chart, but when you see anything cluttering inside one pie chart and you see very small data, very small slices in the pie chart, ensure that you use the other two options which is available in Excel. Hope you found this video tutorial useful. Please keep watching for more. We have more videos on advanced charts. So keep watching and enjoying. Thank you.
To know more, follow and subscribe to upGrad.